Howdy folks, it is September 25th, Driven Diary episode 6. And maybe I just record these on Sundays because it's very easy to record them on Sundays. It's super quiet at the shop and I can sit here and really reflect on the week and what all has gone on. So, let me give you an update. I really just want to tell a story here about one specific event that happened on Friday. But first I'll just say I am very proud of my team. And I'm proud of my team because even though we're far from perfect, and I felt very defeated and probably came across very defeated in the last episode because we are far from perfect and we're making mistakes. And those mistakes really frustrate me and I get really, really upset with myself when those things happen. And I really hold myself to a high standard. And I push to be the very best that I can be as a leader, and whether that's setting examples or educating and whatever. I have a lot of work and a lot of room for improvement in doing that. However, I need to do it because I'm in a position to do it. I have 5 employees. And in that, actually I have 6 employees. In that, I am going to continue to make mistakes and continue to get better. But so here is a bit of what I've learned is that it may take repeated education on the same subject in order to get people to really understand a complex message. And so because of that complex message, oh my God, the dog's doing ridiculous stuff over there on the couch. What's up? What's up, dog? Okay, so because the message is complex, it will take additional forms of explanation and different ways of phrasing things in order for it to really click for people. Additionally, I have to continue to make people aware of mistakes. So if they're making the same mistake over and over again, it's a learned habit. It's a learned habit that I'm trying to make sure people do not do. And so it is taking longer for that education to happen. And that's okay, because I know that doing things unconventionally does require a bit of extra education. And frankly, in this automotive repair business, we are doing things unconventionally. So that said, I'm proud of my team because I see people stepping up, I see people taking initiative, I see things going right, and I'm really proud of my team for that. Now, let's talk about a bad instance of something that happened this week. So Friday evening, I call a customer who has been waiting literally 2 months for his vehicle to be done. He dropped it off in July, it is now late September, and he was one of my first customers, and he dropped off before we even had our shop management system set up. But this truck's been here for a very long time. We've done a ton of work to it. It's a huge bill, and I really want to see it go. Not only because it's a big payday, but because the customer really does need his truck back, and I feel bad that I've had it for so long. And we have made consistent progress on it nearly throughout the whole time. There was probably 2 or 3 weeks where we sat on it and didn't do anything, but for the most part, that thing has been under the knife the entire time it's been here. So, that being said, I told him, hey, it's ready, come and get it. And then I took it for one final test drive. And on that final test drive, I parked up, got out, at the end of it, looked underneath the truck, and saw a puddle forming. So that's not good. So I told the customer, hey, I really do want you to take this truck back. We may have found one more leak. I didn't know if it was AC. I didn't know if it was like water cleaning solution falling down off the back of the motor and rinsing off some of the grime that was on the back of the motor, or if it was a new leak. So I told him, hey, we found this, but I really do want you to take it. You need to get your registration renewed. You got to do all this stuff. I know you need the truck. Please come take it. So he drives an hour out here, and he gets here. He goes for a test drive. He comes back. He's all excited. He loves the truck. He loves everything we've done to it. But he says, okay, now let's look at that leak that you mentioned. And there's a puddle under the truck again. And it is a leak, and we still don't know what it is, but he rejected it. He didn't pick up his truck. And so I felt very bad that I had really tried to push this thing out the door without holding myself to the high standard that I need to hold myself to. So that was a lesson, but I'm very fortunate that this happened before he paid me and picked it up. Because if this had happened today or yesterday over the weekend, there wouldn't be much I could do to really solve his problem for him. But because he rejected it, it meant that now we have the opportunity to fix it and make it right before he picks it up. And so this was a great lesson that I learned in not rushing things out the door. Now, it sucks, of course. I got to figure out what's wrong with this truck and then fix it. But that's just how it goes sometimes, and that's the nature of auto repair. It is a complicated system. It is a very complicated piece of engineering, and we need to get it right. But it's hard to get it right. And at least he was understanding to say, hey, I know this just happened. It's not your fault. Don't worry about it. Just get it fixed, you know? He's a great customer. Just get it fixed and let me know when it's ready. And as soon as possible, please. So, all that to say we got more work to do on Monday. But in the meantime, I have to clean out the shed in the backyard. And unfortunately, there's at least one animal that's died in there that I got to use a shovel and get out today. So I'm not looking forward to that. But there's a lot of basically money and chemicals and car parts and stuff stashed away in that shed that we need to move out, monetize, whatever it is. There's work we can do there. And the last thing I'll say before I go is this. We did renovations over the past 2 months. We've done a ton of renovations. The whole signage, this office, the other office, the team room, both bathrooms, tons of renovations we've completed. And I'm very, very happy to say they're all done. The only thing that we're waiting for is light switch covers and outlet covers. And then I will be happy to say that this shop looks the part and we're ready to go. So with that, enjoy the rest of your Sunday and stay driven.